Hey everybody, this is SQL Sekou and I will be doing a video on defined names in Excel and how you can use Tableau and Power BI to connect to defined names. I was watching a video from our good friend Tableau Tim where he did a video on defined names in Excel and how you can connect to those in Tableau and Tableau Prep. So it got me to wondering, could I also do this in Power BI? And really, what is a defined name? I personally think I'm a little bit late on this feature in Excel, so I wanted to see it and test it out and just kind of kick the tires around. So that's what I'm going to do. In this video, I'm just going to show you what a defined name is and how you can create one. So in this example, I already have a video here. I already have a data set, I should say, of just a worksheet that has three different various data sets in there. First one to the left, you have your latitude, longitude. In the middle, you have some demographic information. And then to the right, you have car, make, and model. So typically, best case, you would want these in individual worksheets, and then you would then join those worksheets. But by using defined name, you could then reference the information that you want, and then you can pull that into Tableau or Power BI. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here. If you're unfamiliar with defined names, Excel has a lot of good information on their website. Just a lot of different ways of using defined names. But in this example, I've created three different, I should say, defined names. I created cars, demographic, and geography. In this example, I'm just going to create a new one on the fly. And let's say I want to do a top 10 cars based on the defined name that I've selected. So I can come in here, select this, go to my formulas, do define name, and then I can call this top 10 cars, and then hit OK. So now when I go into Tableau, if I was coming here, we see the defined names that I built out. I have cars, demographic, and geography. Let's say I bring in cars in here. Let's say if I refresh it, then I need to save it first in order for it to show up. So let me save this worksheet. And then now let me refresh it. So now you should see the top 10 cars defined name that I built out. So it's a subset of information that I have that I can now use as a data set in here. So if I remove the cars, I bring in the top 10 car names, we see that I only have the top 10 information that I built out on the name. So really cool feature if you want to limit some of the information that is built out within Excel to use it as a data set. Don't necessarily think it's best practice, but it is a case if you're using a live connection or if you're doing anything within Excel to where you only want to limit the information and kind of do some customization, could be an option for you to look into. So that one is how you do this in Tableau. I wish I had to do this in Power BI. So within Power BI, we see the exact same thing. There is an additional ways that any additional steps that need to be taken in order for us to see the defined names. These come in automatically for us. So we do the exact same thing, hop and select top 10 cars. If we go to transform data, we're just gonna look at the events query and just see how it's being referenced, which is a pretty cool thing. That way you know exactly what you're looking at if you're looking at specifically a tab or if you're looking at a defined name. There's just good information to know what your query editor is doing. So if I bring this up, here we go to navigation. We know we're pulling in from the Excel file, but if we go to navigation in here, we can see that the kind right here says defined name. So we know we're looking at specifically a defined name and not necessarily a worksheet. So again, cool way to bring in data. This is a new one for me. Have you all heard it? Let me know. If you haven't liked this, if you have not liked my page, click on it, subscribe, and everybody have a great day.